I think we'll get started in a few minutes. All right, I think we'll get started. Everyone, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Alpha Cup Minecraft AI tournament, and I guess we'll just jump right into it. Let me share the right screen here. All right, so yeah, just a quick overview of today. We have two folks casting. One is myself. I'm Aaron. Also go by Dexter's Path in the Regression Games user list. Then also this is my regular gaming, and then I'm the founder and CEO of Regression Games. And then also casting, we have Dylan Stiles, a good friend of mine. Dylan, do you want to do a quick intro?
Sure. Yeah. I'm Dylan. I'm a fellow software engineer. Went to college with Aaron, so I like AI stuff like that. I'm currently working as an indie game dev. So yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, and Dylan and I also participated in and helped run Battlecode back in the day, um, and so we've always been passionate about AI and gaming, and so yeah, we're excited to cast this event. Also, today we have the rest of the Regression Games team online, uh, and they'll be helping out with running the matches, chatting with folks in the chat, and so yeah, should be a lot of fun. Also, special thanks to our sponsor Steamship. for sponsoring this tournament. Really glad to have them on board, and we'll be talking a lot more later today about their product. Yeah, also a special thanks to our investors. So, Regression Games is a VC-backed company by NEA, A16Z, the Games Fund, Roost Ventures, and Barbecue Capital. So, big shout out to them for also helping make this happen. All right, so in terms of the agenda, first we're going to start off with an overview of the challenge. We're going to go over like what is the actual game, what's the mechanics and concept behind it before we actually jump into the matches. And then we'll do a quick word from our sponsor, Steamship, and then we'll just jump right into the matches. Today we have the top 8 bracket round, and so we'll have a few matches to then go into the semifinals and the finals. And we will have an intermission at some point if we feel like we need to. If the matches go by fast enough, then maybe not. But other than that, yeah, that should be pretty much it. And we'll be talking a lot about different strategies that people are using. I know that we'll have a few folks whose bots are running. They'll be in the chat. So if you want to talk about your bot at all, definitely feel free to post in the chat or send us little code snippets if you want as well, things that you think are cool to look at. Also happy to have you actually like come onto the stream and chat about it live if you want to. So yeah, I guess without further ado, let's jump right into the actual challenge itself. I'll first play this video. This is like our trailer video for the Alpha Cup, and so we'll just start with that. Alright, so that's the quick overview. So as you can see, it's a capture the flag challenge. The idea is that
as I'm in the midst of applying for residency, we don't need
right now. Yet right now. Right. So yeah, the idea is that you build a bot, a team of 3 bots actually, to compete in a capture the flag challenge. Your goal is to go and capture the flag in the middle of the map and bring it back to your base. You have to fight off your enemy team while you do that. Collect different power-ups, different items on the map as you play, and yeah, it's kind of the quick overview. Let's actually dive a little bit deeper into the game mechanics and the actual specifications for the game, since that'll be kind of relevant to seeing how this works. Let me zoom in a little bit here. All right, so each game is 10 minutes long, and also for the brackets today, it's going to be a best of 5 matches. So we'll have 2 teams facing off in a best of 5. And each match is going to be 10 minutes long, or it ends once 10 flag captures is made, so whichever comes first. And the scoring, it's not actually just flag captures that give you points. Also, killing a player gives you 1 point if they're not holding the flag. Killing a player that does have a flag gives you 3 points. And then picking up a neutral or enemy team flag also gives you 2 points. And so even if 2 teams are tied with the flag captures, it's possible for one to still win without actually capturing more flags than the other team. So, yeah, that's sort of the overview of the scoring. The map, it's a pretty big map. We'll see this more in detail as we actually watch the matches play. There's a red and blue base, each one where the team is kind of like safe inside of their environment. If you are on the opposing team, you enter the enemy team's base, you will take damage. Not enough to kill you right away, but you don't want to stay in there for too long. And they're on opposite sides of the field. And throughout the field, there's also these spawning locations where you can see things like potions, armor, weapons that get spawned at regular intervals. And so, yeah, we'll definitely take a deeper look at some of these things as the matches actually go on. We'll go in and take a deeper look. But with that, I think we can move on to the the next portion of this, which is our sponsor, I believe. Yep. So Steamship is our sponsor for the Alpha Cup. Really great to have them on board. If you haven't heard of Steamship before, they're essentially a platform to easily create and deploy machine learning packages. And we'll watch a short video in a second as well, kind of going over some of the features on their platform. Lately, they've been pushing out some awesome tools for easily starting with things like GPT-4, DALL-E, making chatbots, a bunch of really awesome things going on over there. So I definitely recommend checking it out at steamship.com. And they offer a lot of tools for also processing different types of data. So let's say you want to summarize like a YouTube video. That's like an example use case I saw on their website. You can easily make an app that goes and does that. And so why don't we just jump right into the video of that.
Hey folks, here's Steamship in 2 minutes. We're building the fastest way to put language AI into a product. We think of it like Heroku for AI. Steamship lets developers build and then deploy full stack packages with everything included: data import, conversion, training, inference, query, business logic. We bundle all of that up into a package that we scale into the cloud so that you never have to think about infrastructure ever again. And then if you're a software developer, you can import the client-side stub for that package into any environment that you want, and you can just use it like regular software. So our team is a bunch of people who have been building AI inside of products for years, and this usability part, the ease of just putting something into production and then shipping it, is what was missing. And so that's why we built Steamship. We're launching our SDK soon, and today we have a beta of 3 packages that we built on top of the platform to give you an idea of what it can do. So reach out to us at www.steamship.com if one of these sounds interesting to you. Number 1, a better ticket tagger. Our ticket tagger package lets you start classifying text immediately using a zero-shot classifier. But as you add examples, it can automatically switch over to a trained classifier when you're ready. So if you're a company that has lots of customer accounts and you want to classify text, maybe support tickets in all of them, but for some of them, you'd like to train something that works a little bit better, this is a great way to manage that without having to build a lot of internal tooling around your model lifecycle. Number 2, an audio-video search index. This package lets you push audio and video data into it. It'll transcribe that data and then run multiple models, sentiment, entity, keywords, so that you can query both for the right file and the right piece in that file. So if you're building a product with audio and video and you'd like to embed this inside of your product, this is a great way to do that. Number 3, chat room clustering. This package ingests Slack and Discord chat room logs and clusters them into common topics and sentiments that have been expressed inside of the room. So if you're building software to help with support teams who interact with communities over Slack or Discord, this can help your product better understand what the distinct topics that people in the Slack room are talking about. Reach out to us if these packages are interesting to you at steamship.com. Today, we'd love to get you up and running with them in your product. And not too far off, we'd love to get our SDK into your hands so you can start building great packages and shipping them as well.
Monza.com.
All right, yeah, so that's Steamship. I think that video is also a few months old. Some of their new features also include more around like the actual app building itself and some of the newer GPT models, which is pretty awesome stuff. You go try it out. They have a lot of like one-click deploy bots as well that you can try out. So. And also, I'll post some links in the chat here to join their Discord if you'd like to go learn more. Awesome. All right, I think with that, we can actually jump right into the matches. Might as well just jump right in. So let me just quickly go over the, let's see here, the bracket. So we do have so this is like a top 8 bracket. We actually have 7 teams right now for this session today, and so we'll start off with these 3 different matchups here, and then we'll go right into the semifinals after that. So I think the first matchup we're going to be starting with is Bra Moment versus Engineer Gaming, and so we'll wait a minute just to get that started up. Yeah, it'd be good to get that match going. And then once we get that going, we'll tune in and watch. I guess while we're waiting for that to get started, Dylan, looking forward to any exciting things today from these bots? Oh, and you might be muted, by the way.
Oh. It keeps muting itself. Okay, there. Fix. I'm excited to see what strategies people come up with. Like, I feel like there's a bunch of different things you can do with, like, do you focus on offense? Do you focus on flag capture? Do you focus on just killing and like preventing them from ever reaching the flag?
Yep. Yeah, it's been interesting, especially during like the Seeing tournament. We've seen like some teams like really focus on like the micro strategy for how you actually like attack someone. Like, do you team up and try to target one person? Do you go and try to get like different items? It's yeah, it's interesting thinking about that.
Yeah, the micro strategy I'm curious about. Like, there's multiple different aspects to the micro. Like within, say, two bots have like a sword. Is there one strategy of attacking and like moving in and kiting, moving in, moving out, and hitting that is like optimal for 1v1 combat or 3v1?
Yeah, that's, and also what's interesting with at least how Minecraft like swords work, you can like attack multiple like mobs at the same time, like if they're all in the same range. Because like
That's
it's more
true.
this way. So like, I've even seen like some situations of a bot being able to do like a 1v3, and I think we actually have a video posted of it. So yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, it'll be interesting what people do with that. Also,
That's
like,
interesting.
yeah, there's also like we do spawn bows and arrows as well. So I'm curious to see if any players implemented some code for that. But yeah.
So that's like a little optimization you can make if you have like a swarm bot. You don't
Yeah,
want
yeah,
your
exactly.
units attack from the same direction.
Yeah. And also, I wonder like if you can get like perfect aim with the bots as well when you use like a bow and arrow. That'd be interesting.
Oh, that's true too. Yeah.
All right, so look like the match is starting up. Might take a few seconds for it to actually be ready on the server, but yeah. And this first match is going to be Bra Moment versus Engineer Gaming. I don't think I've really seen either of these players before, so we'll see how this goes.
Alrighty. Also, someone in chat said, "How do you think like a bot would fare against
like
a team of semi-good real players?"
Yeah,
I think that would.
Oh, good.
I think that would highly like in micro fights. I think the bots, if they're programmed specifically to optimize for like fighting with swords and stuff like that, would very much outmaneuver the real players. However, I think the macro decisions of like real players would outperform the bots because it's very hard to get like super good macro in a bot, I feel, compared to humans like ability to just think. Okay, so big swarm of fight here.
yeah, big fight in the center of the map. All right, looks like the flag was picked up. All right, looks like the blue team is running it down.
Okay, interesting. So he's just going to do that to bring it back to the base while the other two stay. I was curious if the other two would follow to like defend.
Yeah, that's
or
interesting.
If they would stay in base, and I see he chose the base.
Yeah, it's interesting that he just had two to stand by here, which is a good strategy because now this bot can just like wait here for that flag.
That guy went in by himself, and now he's on his way.
Yep. Oh, looks like someone fell in the lava too.
Wanted to go for a swim.
Yep.
Okay, I think that dude has. Is there a way to tell if someone has the flag currently?
Oh yeah. So they're highlighted blue or red. So,
okay.
So interesting. This guy just chased him all the way down to his base, which is not always the best idea because, like I said, you'll take damage if you go in the base. All right, interesting. So I can definitely see that the blue team seems to have pretty good like micro like attack strategy. It seems that they can get some hits off on the red team before the red team can actually respond.
Yeah, it seems that way as well.
It's also interesting. Oh yeah, good.
Quick question about the items that can be dropped. Are they random? Like how random are they?
Yeah, so there's quite a few items that can drop. We have a mix of like armor, potions, swords, different things like that. And so we can actually take a look at some point when there's a more calm match going on. We can take a look at the specific items. But there's things like, I think there's a lot of armor items. So there's like leather boots, chainmail, helmets, things like that. There's also, I think in terms of swords, we have like stone swords that spawn, iron swords. We also have different types of potion. We have like an AOE like damage potion that can spawn. Oh, he hit him right into the lava. Nice.
That's
I was
probably
curious
a
to
good
see.
idea to
Yeah,
just position near the lava pits and like try to maneuver to hit people into it.
yeah. I was curious to see if we would see a lot of that today. People fighting over the lava.
I
That's
like
kind
that
of like,
strategy.
yeah. I think that's also why we made these bridges like have like a hole in the middle of them, so you have to be careful when you're traversing over them. I think that's what happened earlier before, is that they're fighting or they push each other off in that. So yeah, it looks like the blue team definitely has a healthy lead now.
They're making friends. Oh no,
Yeah,
they're not.
yeah.
They stop.
Looks like they're being a little calm here.
Truce.
All right, and we can see actually what's interesting. If you look in the chat, so a lot of these players will use like the chat to kind of debug their bots and indicate some of their logic. We can see in the chat that whenever it obtains a flag, it switches to flag retrieval. So I think maybe each bot has like maybe similar code implemented, and they can switch like what they're doing based off their state. I'm not really
Yeah,
sure.
it seems that way. That's probably I like whenever making a bot to separate it into different states and have it just follow that specific logic.
Yeah.
And it seems like he has a flag retrieval and flag return-ish
Yeah.
type state.
I do wonder if
there's probably also like a wait or defend state near the base there. I mean, not base, near the flag.
Yeah, to me it seems pretty interesting the way they're controlling the center, just sending out this one lone attacker to try and get the end.
They have like a vanguard, like a flag defense, and like the person that like returns the flag.
Yeah, it's cool to see them actually like it's trying to like defend like the opposite side of the map. Oh, actually, red team has the flag. Oh, they actually got halfway there. I think that was the best showing we've seen so far from from them. Nice.
That was close.
Very close.
Seems like only one red team player is coming towards the middle. Do we know where the other ones are?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I wonder if they're just chilling back here somewhere. Oh, looks like they might. Looks like they may have had a bug. So one thing that happens is when you have an error in your bot, it will sometimes like disconnect. That's kind of like how it shuts down the bot. And if it continuously keeps getting that error, it's possible that it won't like reconnect, or maybe it is trying to reconnect. So yeah, something you got to watch out for with some of these bots. You want to make sure to have good error handling and make sure your code doesn't fail in that way.
I forgot. What did you say the like? So I know the matches are 10 minutes or whoever reaches X points. What's the X there?
Yeah, yes. So whoever gets 10 flag captures. So blue is just one flag capture away.
10 flag captures. Okay, not score. 10
not score.
flag captures. I see.
And so you'll see that their score is like composed of both like the kills they got, the number of flags they picked up, the actual captures. So there's a lot of different things that can affect your score. And with that, all right, the blue team wins. I'm not sure if anyone on the team knows which team blue team is. We don't really have the names of the tournament teams in here. But that's.
I will go look it up real quick.
Awesome. And then Zach, whenever you're ready, you can start out the same match again for the second go. So remember we're doing it's best of 5. So whoever gets the 3 match wins first wins. So far that first team had a good showing.
That was quite well organized.
Yeah, I liked how it seemed like they had like a pretty good strategy going.
I wonder if they we saw how there was like 3 different roles a bot could play on their team, like the super forward vanguard person, the one that stayed at the flag, and the one that returned it. I wonder if that's determined like at each flag capture moment, or if they do it based on like a robot ID and just have them like organized to where one bot always does the same thing.
Yeah, that's something I was wondering too, and I think like it definitely. Yeah, I'm very curious to see how people implement that. Maybe if you have any players in the chat that want to chat about that as well. because at least from what I've seen and what I've done in my own code as well, what I've been playing with this is you would decide your role based off like your username order, and so you get like your team, then figure out okay what team member number am I, and then I assign myself a role with that. But then also it's also very useful to like be able to switch your role is based on like what you're currently doing. Like what if like what if my role is like a defender or attacker and I accidentally pick up the flag? Like I'm gonna want to be able to switch to
exactly.
Something else there.
So it sounds like it's best, like it's easiest to do the ID as a starting point, and then try to have the bots be able to like add on complexity of them being able to switch roles as needed.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Because it's good to be dynamic. I think like that.
Oh yeah.
All right,
So it looks like Bro Moment was the winner from the first match.
Okay, Bro Moment. All right, we'll make sure to go update
So those
that.
are the flag getter bots.
Awesome. Cool.
And in this case, will Bro Moment be blue as well? And then
I think it might be.
Oh. Red is a flag getter. Okay.
Yeah, red is flag
Bro
getter.
Moment loaded up as red this time.
All right.
And we tried to make that random just in the effort of fairness. The map should be the same both ways, but
All right,
Oh,
cool.
that makes a lot of sense. Okay,
Yeah. So the map is completely identical. You can see here that it's sort of like both mirror and rotational symmetry. You'll see that there's like some spawners or areas on the side.
Are the spawners symmetric? As in
yes.
items that are spawned?
Yes, those are also symmetric. It might I'll have to double check if it randomly spawns different. Like if I'm not sure if the spawns are connected, so it's the same item pool, but it might be different.
Okay, that's what I was
actual
curious
items,
about. Yeah, if the actual item spawned.
Yep.
Okay, another little
All
fight
right.
sesh.
Blue team back at it again.
There he goes.
yeah, so this time that team's bots did all load up, so this should be a little more interesting.
Yep. Let's see if they can keep it going. I think we'll see if they have trouble with maybe their spawning logic is kind of messed up.
Because like at the beginning of last match, all three bots were there because they had
Yeah.
that PSA in the middle. So I'm curious if there was some sort of weird case that happened.
One thing I'm really excited to see with the red bot here. Oh, look at that. It'd be funny if like that was planned, but I don't think so. Looks like this flag getter. I mean, I'm wondering if flag getter has trouble wondering what to do if like he can't see the flag. But what's also really cool, I like how this bot is jumping as it runs, because I'm not sure most people know this, but when you jump in Minecraft, you seem to go faster. And so it seems like they're always constantly jumping, which is pretty cool to see.
So does that actually make you go faster? I know I do it when I play Minecraft, but I don't know if I'm just doing it to do it or if it does.
I think it actually does, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, and it looks like some of them are. It looks like one of them did disconnect, so I'm guessing that maybe when they respawn, they have some sort of bug or issue. A common thing could be like with the role assignments. So if you have like role assignment code, right down the middle. I've noticed that if you have a bug like when you're spawning, like I'm trying to decide what role I am, and there's like some bug with that, then it'll your bot will crash. So it's important to try out those scenarios. One thing that's cool about our practice tool now is you can actually queue up in a practice match against like your own bots or other bots, and so in practice mode you can more easily test those scenarios, I think.
I wonder how long what you just said is reminds me of how a lot of people would make poker bots in college. They would fight their bot against itself and then train it that way.
Yeah, some more context on that. So yeah, PokerBots is a poker competition put on every year by MIT. I think a lot of people did like probably probabilistic models and like some machine learning models. I wonder what it'd be interesting to look at some of those approaches. But all right, looks like blue team definitely has a pretty good control over the center. Oh,
they're very good at zoning.
Yeah.
Oh, hiding, waiting around the corner.
He couldn't hide enough.
So it's interesting. They neither one. Okay, I wonder if there's a delay there. Because you notice that the bot would just stay in there and not move closer to the other bot, and then he got tired of it and just walk forward to fight him.
Yeah, we'll have to see what the other bots are moving around, but it does seem like sometimes the red bot has some hard time being like science logic, because you see these bots moving around, but red bot is just
Also, one thing I noticed is one of their bots is using an axe as a weapon, and another is using a sword.
Oh yeah, so each bot like spawns with different items. So you get starting items. I'm not sure. We can go look at the. Actually, while we're watching this, we can go take a look at that. I have a nice view here for doing that. I think.
Yeah, that'd be interesting because that looks like an intentional choice. The sample code we put out in our API auto picks the best attack weapon if you use it. So they're explicitly picking something different.
Yeah, we'll go take a look at that code in a second too, or maybe another match. But yeah, so when you start up in the match, you get a. Let's see. We have it in here. Yeah, you get a wooden axe, a wooden pickaxe, a sword, a damage potion, and a healing potion.
Okay.
And so we do have so like Zach mentioned, we do have a line of code where you can just easily switch to the best attack weapon that you have, and we'll pull that up in a little bit as well. It looks like they may have not been using that code.
Or it's either that or the bot's been long enough that the swords broke.
Oh, yep, that's also true as well. But it seems like this bot keeps spawning. So that is.
Oh yeah, true.
Interesting.
But like this Vanguard redhead is
Yep.
using an axe. So I wonder if his sword broke or if he's intentionally using an axe.
Oh yeah.
I know in like professional Minecraft, whatever, I see them use axes.
Oh commonly. Yeah. I wonder what the damage difference is on that. I'm not really sure, but yeah, that's a good point because also I don't think blue team's bots have died much yet, and so that might be the reason why. But awesome. Looks like the match has ended. They scored.
That guy
10
has
flags.
earned the ability to fly.
Yep. All right, awesome. So I think that was all right. 2-0 so far.
Gaming.
Well, I think that was actually. I think that was the same team before. We can check the. You might want to check the leaderboard or the match history. I think because it was the same bot usernames as the last match that won. If anyone else wants to confirm. Because flag getter,
but I was pretty sure. 1 second.
Because I think the flag getter bots were the ones that lost the last match as well. Yeah, we'll wait a second for the next. Wait a few minutes for the next match to start.
And Aaron, take a look in Slack while I'm checking this.
Yep. Yeah, because I think it was blue team both times, and it was the same team that was blue team.
I can confirm that it is 1-1.
Oh, interesting. All right, I guess I was. All right, we'll continue on with the third match. I guess it's 1-1 now.
If it's 1-1, then it seems like whoever gets that first wins that first fiesta of a fight in the middle.
Yeah,
has a pretty strong advantage.
All right.
So I wonder if that means bots need to work on like almost like a regrouping strategy.
Yeah.
So I apologize, Aaron. You are correct. It was 23 both times that won.
All right. Yeah.
So Bro Moment did win both matches.
All right. Cool.
I did the notorious look at the column or the row number, not the actual ID.
Oh, yep. Classic DB issues. Cool. Awesome. So it looks like it's 2-0, and the next match, if Bra Moment wins, or sorry, if yes, Bro Moment is the.
Yeah. So if it's 2-0, are we running the third match, or
yep,
we moving to the next team? Okay. Yep. Let me get started.
All right, and while we're waiting for that to get started too, let me pull up some code that we can look at while that match is going to kind of show some of the things that these players are writing. Need to log into GitHub. Starting up. Yeah, I mean, based on what we saw for the last 2 matches, I feel like Bra Moment is probably gonna come out on top again with that first matchup, but we'll see. It seems like they have slightly better like micro attacking strategy. I noticed that the other team doesn't seem to be attacking back as much.
I am curious how Bra Moment would react against like a swarm attack. Versus, it seems like currently the other team is going in one at a time with this bot.
Yeah.
I'm curious how swarming would work there.
Yeah, that's a good question.
That's definitely something we saw in our developer playtest, where some of us would always try and make sure we had a numbers advantage before attacking.
Numbers advantage is huge in so many games.
Yeah, I think we can actually show some of that code later on. I think I have a little snippet of that logic, because some of that outnumbered like detection is part of even like the default template that we provide to players. So we can take a look at that maybe even during this match once this gets underway. We see that Bra Moment is once again dominating.
Alrighty. They got to the flag slightly first. That's interesting, though. I feel like that alone is interesting.
Yeah, it's also interesting because, like I mentioned, the red team seems to be jumping a lot, which I assume would make it faster, but maybe it's actually not.
Like, was there just like a delay in what they? Where's he going?
So, I'm not sure if he's chasing down the flag. Okay, it looks like he was chasing down the flag carrier, and then he decided to stop.
Okay, he's just going towards the flag. I see.
Yeah, that's what I think he's doing. Yeah, in terms of the delay at the beginning, one thing that players do is like they might do sort of like computation at the very beginning that like just slightly delays them and like in their time step.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering as well.
Yeah. Also, one thing to note as well is that when you do have the flag, you actually you can't run. You're not allowed to run.
Oh.
And so it's a little bit easier for the enemy team to catch up to the flag carrier. It's very much like kind of like Halo style, where you like pick up the flag and you get like slowed down.
Yep.
So that's why I was curious to see if there might be like sort of like defense strategy where you have like a bodyguard that kind of like guards your flag carrier. Because see here,
that's what I was wondering too. Like that guy's chasing him down.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think from what I'm seeing, it seems like they're not really, like the red team doesn't seem to be like fighting back much. Oh,
but he got the flag.
I have noticed that since he's jumping, he seems to be going faster. Are they going to get their first flag capture, maybe?
Let's go.
Nice.
Go.
All right. They got their first flag.
Uh-oh. Blue team is also taking damage in base.
Yeah, so
Let's see. They might get a second one if blue team can't get back to the center.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, yeah. Red already has it again.
Yeah.
Red's going.
Oh, wow. This might be an upset.
This could catch them in a loop. If blue team tries to go towards the flag and dies in their base again, this would be a loop, and red team would just keep getting the flag.
Yeah. And it also looks like...
doing?
Yeah, let's go see what Bromo's up to. Looks like they try to get the flag. Seems like their defense still is...
They were heading towards...
Yeah.
That was close. That could have ended really bad for Bromo there.
Yeah.
Yo.
I'm glad it's not just a complete sweep. Yeah, the bunny hops seem to be working quite well.
It does seem to. They do seem to be helping a bit.
Yeah, I think for the flag carrying, it definitely helps a lot. It looks like he's running away.
He got stuck
he's trying to do some parkour.
Oh.
Yeah, what I've noticed is that when the red team is running away, it seems like they're not really like fighting back at all. I don't really see them swinging any of their weapons. It could be possible that like
they also seem to get stuck on walls sometimes.
Yeah,
I'm really stuck. They get around it. It's just not as quick.
Yeah, I do wonder if this player had time to implement like attacking strategy, or if they're just like kind of chasing after the flag. I also noticed that neither of these teams are actually going for any items. I think we'll see that change like throughout the day, but like here's like an axe that you can pick up. We also have.
What's your opinion on the optimal ways to use the items?
So, I guess there's two parts of it. When do you actually prioritize getting the items, and then how do you actually use them? Personally, I've always have found that like the way that I had it, I had my bot running, which was not really great either. Was to have one bot prioritize getting items, and the other two prioritize getting the flag and defending. And so I would actually have my bot go around and collect all the different items and just drop them into my base, and then when my teammates go and capture a flag, they can then pick up the items while they're there.
That makes sense. What's the respawn time on items?
I think it's every 30 seconds or so.
Yeah, there's a delay from the start of the match, and then it's based on the rarity. They have different delays for each spawn point.
Ah, got it.
And I took a slightly different approach with my bot than Aaron did. So I found the best times to get items was when they were sitting, like waiting in the middle for the flag to respawn, and there's no opponent, would be a good time to run and get an item. And also after a flag capture, you can snag the ones near the base on the way back without too much penalty.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, there is a 10-second delay from when you capture a flag to when the flag respawns, and so that is sometimes a good time to go and actually do like a flag capture, or sorry, get the items.
Yes, I'm also hoping to see if one of these bots will use those items, because we found in the testing that some of the items become very powerful if you can get two bots with like a crossbow against the other team.
I definitely know from.
Also, like it's like at least if you get any sort of armor, I feel like that's just a flat upgrade that doesn't take. Like maybe you didn't have time to implement like bows or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you just added a slight like check, see if it's armor. And like equip it, I think that would tremendously improve the bot.
Yeah, and we found that helps. I mean, it's very easy to do that because it's just one line of code to like equip armor in your bot, and so basically you can just like pick up armor and just equip it immediately. One interesting question is like, do you spread out the armor amongst your different bots? Do you have just one bot be like a juggernaut?
I think you make a Goliath.
Yeah, and just have it like have all the armor, all the best weapons, all the potions. I think we'll see. I know from the seeding tournament that there is some teams that have implemented some code like that, so we'll have to see.
I also know, like, how many arrows does the bow and arrow give?
The bows and arrows, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we can have someone in the chat look it up in the specs, but
also, Bro Moment just got the 10th capture, so
yep.
That's
all right.
Moving on.
Yep, moving on to the next stage. We can pull up the bracket in a second. I think we'll still be updating it. But let's take a look.
But what I was saying about the bows is I don't think this is optimal to actually implement for your bot. I just think it would be funny. Is like getting a bow, and then I saw that the bases have ladders to the top.
Yep.
And just making like archers up there.
Yeah. I was wondering that too. If you could just like have like a defensive thing.
I don't think it would work well, but I like the idea.
Yeah. All right. So it looks like Bro Moment will be moving on to the semifinals. Next, we can do maybe we'll do Sloppy Joe Pirates versus Bots in the Credenza as our next matchup. We'll wait a few minutes to get that queued up. For these two matches, we may have. I remember from the seeding tournaments that some of these bots may have some issues with some of the connections. So I know that maybe Sloppy Joe Pirates, their bot might not work. We'll have to double check. If their bot doesn't load it up, then we'll just move on to the next. We'll move Bots in the Credenza to the next round, and same thing for this round as well. Daredevil D happens to be Dylan's bots.
I would like to note that I was just testing out making a bot whenever it was originally happening, and I have not improved the bot or done anything with it.
Yes. So I'm not sure if your bot will be will connect at all. So yes, in the chat, yes, definitely rigged.
It's basically a control of the very original base bot.
yes. So we'll see if it connects. I know we updated our GitHub access controls a little bit ago, so that bot might not even connect, but we'll see.
And match 404 is now started.
All right. Let's
also,
connect.
I gotta say, I love the name Sloppy Joe Pirates.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So I think Sloppy Joe Pirates is one of the oh, let me make sure to switch it back to the right one. I believe they're also a battle code team. Which is interesting. So we'll wait a few minutes to see if they join. I'm honestly guessing that it probably won't join, at least from
Also, we should figure out which
but...
team is which here.
Oh yeah, so this team that's connected right now, that's bots on the Credenza.
Okay, so red is bots of the Credenza.
Bots on the Credenza, and then blue will be Sloppy Joe Pirates.
So Credenza and Sloppy Joes.
Yep.
Okay, that's what I will call them.
And we'll see if they join.
On the stream, we still have Bra Moment versus Engineer.
Oh yeah. Let me update that. And I'll put the blue team names first as well. So we'll call this Pirates and bots on the Credenza.
Yeah, so the blue team's bots are not starting up, so I'm guessing there's a get token not set up thing.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I was expecting anyways. That's what we saw during the seeding. So just wanted to confirm in case they fixed it or not. Cool. I guess with that one we'll just consider that bot disqualified for now. And I guess we'll just move on to the next matchup.
Sounds good.
All right. And I think the next matchup, I think we're also going to see the same thing. So
yeah, from my bot, probably.
Yeah. So
okay, give me a second to tear down that match so we can get the next one set up.
Yeah, take your time. While we're waiting for that, we can actually I wanted to show some of this what some of this code might look like.
While you're loading that up, another interesting thing from the first match, we were discussing the jumping and how it made them move faster.
Oh, yep.
As I was just looking at the logs to see why those bots weren't loading, you could see that occasionally they were getting movement violations in Minecraft with the jumping bots. Where the bot
interesting.
Huh.
Interesting.
That is interesting.
Yeah, that's one thing you gotta watch out for when making bots is that, especially in Minecraft, some of your logic you might implement might be like very fast for a Minecraft server. For instance, like if you can attack like nonstop, for instance. So I mean, imagine like in Minecraft, you can usually just attack by, by just like clicking your mouse, right? Well, it turns out that you can attack like as fast as basically every single game tick or every single like, not even game tick, every single like loop of your processor. You can go and like attack pretty much, and so. If you attack too fast, like it'll like lag the server and like it'll probably kick you. So you have to be kind of careful about some of those things.
So as you're going through this, Aaron, let me know when you're ready to start the next match, and I can queue that up.
All right, cool. I guess you can probably queue it up now, since it might also be a match that ends instantly.
That'll be Daredevil D versus QWQ today.
I believe so. Update the names here as well. Yeah, just let me know when it's started up. Alrighty.
Okay, should be starting number 405.
All right. Oh yes, so we had someone in the chat talking about Sloppy Joe Pirates. Yes, I believe that person has like a YouTube channel where they do a lot of like security capture the flag sort of challenges. So definitely check out their YouTube channel if someone wants to post a link to it. I think it is pretty cool read.
That's really interesting.
So yeah, definitely recommend checking that out.
So it's not looking good for Tutbot 1.
Yeah, so that is so that's Dylan's bot. So Yeah, I think we might have to move on from that one as well. I'm guessing it's not loading in, right?
That is correct. It's stuck on downloading. No signs of get token.
Cool. I guess we will move on to that one. Dylan, you are disqualified.
How dare you? My bots tried so hard.
Yep. Awesome. All right. Last thing, because that means we can get right into the actual semifinals. Let's take a look at our matchup here. I think we'll need to update the leaderboard still, but it looks like it'll be 4LVE, who I think is in the chat. Let me know if there's a way to pronounce that, or that is the correct way to say it.
I see like 4 live.
Yeah, that's sort of what I see.
That's how I see it in my head.
So let's double check on that. So we'll have them versus QWQ today, and then we'll have Bra Moment versus Bots in the Credenza for our semifinals. And I guess we can run. Maybe we'll do the 4LVE versus QWQ today first. So 4LVE, it was the first seed for the seeding tournament. So I think they're definitely a favorite to win, but we'll see.
Okay, out of curiosity, I looked up what credenza is. It is a long, spacious cabinet that sits low to the ground.
Interesting. Thank you for that vocabulary. Now
it kept bothering me. I needed to know.
Yep. Thanks. All right. Yeah, I guess we'll wait for that one to start. Take your time getting that started. Oh, looks like it's already getting started, it seems. I'll switch back to the game.
Yes, should be match number 406 when it gets going.
Awesome. All right, this one I'm pretty excited for this match. I'm very curious to see because QWQ did not partake in the seeding tournament, so they're just entered as a lower seed, and so I'm curious to see if they're actually like what their strategy looks like.
The names of the teams. Yeah.
I gotta keep updating that by hand. Alright, that looks good.
Server should be live any second.
Yep. Yeah, so how this works, if people are curious about how our sort of infrastructure here works, we have like basic Minecraft servers that we spin up for these matches, and then it'll run all the bots code on in different containers, and so this takes a little bit of time for both the bot code and the. All right, cool.
Oh no, you died.
Yes, so the user I'm using, our RG test user, is the account. And when we made this map, I think just the way we made it, I think we built it with that test user. And so I think we just like kill off all the entities when they join. And so, yeah.
Just to make sure, I'm pretty...
Go ahead.
I'm pretty sure QWQ's red team and 4Live is blue.
Yep, that is correct.
Yeah.
All right. And they're off. All right, we already see blue team off to a heavy lead, actually attacking. I did see one of the red bots actually pull out a sword, and so it looks like they were trying to fight back, but...
It also looked like, at the beginning, the red bots did not want to approach the blue bots.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like. It seemed like they're a little bit hesitant. I know that we have 4LVE in the chat. If you have any fun little... piece of information about your bot, let us know. We already see that they have implemented the ability to wear pants. So it's cool to see they actually did that. Oh, look, looks like
that also goes back to the comment of like checking the items whenever you capture the flag.
Yep. So I did notice that while we were watching him equip pants. It seems like the red bots were also getting items, and then trying to catch the flag. Oh, it looks like they're actually fighting back.
Here's one thing I'm wondering about the micro of like fighting.
Yep.
Is I bet a lot of bots have like attack if they're so close. But if there's a cast time to hitting, you can technically attack and then walk forward, or like if the enemy bot walks forward. So
that's
I wonder if that needs to be like increased for some of these bots.
Yeah. Yeah, for LVE is talking about how his bots are very aggressive. I can definitely see that. He's just on the enemy side is attacking all of them at once, which is pretty cool to see.
So yeah, to address the attack range, at least in the sample, what we had is move until you're in a range just outside attack range, and then actually tell it to follow the entity and start trying to attack feverishly.
That makes sense. I like that. Because like what I'm noticing is like the red bot QWQ is getting hit, which knocks him back a little, which I think makes him not attack.
Yeah, that can happen. Also, what I just noticed here was that the blue bots survived so long that they ran out of their swords broke, and so they're attacking with their axes, and then they lost the fight because the red team had swords.
QWQ also knows how to put on helmets.
Yep. Oh, looks like they might actually be able to catch our flag unless 4LVE can go and stop them before they get there. It's gonna be close.
Oh, look
at him. Run!
He's going.
All right, he captured the flag.
Let's see. Does 4 Live go into enemy base?
Yeah.
That's what I'm curious about.
Looks like he does.
It looks like one of the red team members there was actually trying to climb the ladder to get on the roof, but we found that's very difficult to do with bots.
Yeah, I wonder if we'll ever see a bot actually do that.
That makes me think a bot challenge for parkour would be interesting.
I think that'd also be pretty interesting. Oh, they captured another one. Oh, 4-2.
Oh gosh, it's a close match here.
Yeah, it's closer than I thought it would be. It might come down to some fights.
Using those items, I'm curious if any of them are going to use any of the block items we put around, because there are some grass blocks and some stone blocks that you can build walls with.
Yeah, so we saw we did a little developer tournament, and Zach here made some pretty awesome code to block off like the bridges with blocks. And so if your bot wasn't programmed correctly to dig up those blocks, you had to walk around the entire lava pit to get to the center of the map, which is a big slowdown.
I'm curious, is there water buckets as an item?
No water buckets, I think, as far as I'm aware.
No, we did not put that in the loot table for the spawners.
That's probably a good idea. I feel like there's so much you could do with that.
Yeah, here's something interesting I just saw. I noticed that both these bots went after the item over there, when technically you really only need to send one bot. So I was curious to see that.
And after that one picked up a flag, the other one went for checking that item, which is interesting.
Also, interesting to see that the blue team is instead of prioritizing going after the flag carrier, they're actually prioritizing just attacking who's nearby, I think. Definitely a closer match than I thought it would have been. And we see now that having armor is something helping a lot, and also, yeah, like you mentioned, I think
that's interesting. They can attack behind them.
Yeah. So I don't think you actually have to be facing where you attack.
I see.
I think it may have you like kind of face that direction, but technically, if it's in range, I think it's just in range. That is one interesting thing about like when you're building like bots in Minecraft. Like some of the commands like are really client only, and on the server side, they let you do more things than you should be able to do. So. And 4LVE said in the chat, only the closest one goes to the flag when attacked, looks like. Interesting.
They also said, like, whenever they said their bots are very aggressive, I witnessed that because one of his bots tried to 1v3.
Yep. I think if you go on our LinkedIn and Twitter, we posted some clips from the seeding tournament. You'll actually see some of the bots from that team doing a lot of 1v3 fights and winning them pretty easily.
They also always attack when enemies are in a certain range. Okay.
Yeah. So one thing I did notice is that some of the 4LVE bots are I think disconnected. They may have had like a bug or some issue.
Oh no.
We'll see
What
if
happened
the
there?
I mean, we'll see if the blue. Oh, looks like they're spawning in and dying.
Oh.
Somehow. Yeah, that was interesting.
They're like instantly dying whenever
Okay.
they spawn in. Go, buddy, go. Oh, okay, he's alive now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it looks like they're reconnecting. Sometimes what happens is, yeah, and so like yeah, mentioned in the chat, 1v3 is still winning. LOL. Yep, that's correct. Yeah, there's different scenarios where it might disconnect. Like if your bot just has a connection issue, we do have like retry logic to reconnect your bot. And if your bot dies, it'll respawn to the base and whatnot. Oh, one thing we could try, which I didn't try yet, is we can actually watch from the perspective of the bots. Let's see it chased out. Yeah. Let's see where this bot decides to go.
The FOV is so...
Yeah, the FOV is not the best, but
weird looking.
Yeah. Nice. Alright, let's see if you can...
So obviously we can't see their code, but that bot does have at least one code path where they have issues, and they're changing the movement target twice in one loop.
Oh,
so they're
I see.
getting errors where the pathfinding is freaking out on them.
Okay.
Oh, this should be it.
Yeah, alright.
Captured. Bam.
Alright, 4LVE takes the lead in the first match. But a lot closer than I thought. I thought it was going to be a stomp, honestly. It's cool to see happen in
updates target every 5 ticks. Okay.
Interesting.
I forgot. In Minecraft, how many ticks is like in a second? Isn't it like 15 or 20 or something? Oh,
yeah, I think it's 20.
Yeah, the default is 20, and that's what our server's running at.
Okay.
All right, we'll just wait a minute for the next match to start. I guess while we're waiting for that, like I mentioned, I did want to show some of the code that players would be dealing with here. So let's see if I can open this up correctly. I think I have an attacker here somewhere, defender. It looks like the next match is starting up. All right, so yeah, we'll see here. Like attacking a bot is like pretty easy to do. We have a bot dot attack entity, and you just give it like the entity that you want to attack. In terms of actually attacking as well, it looks like this is my code. It looks like I didn't actually implement it here. But you can go and like just equip like your best like attack item before you attack is usually a good thing to do. Alright, looks like the match is starting. I'll switch.
I believe we actually have that code embedded in the default attack entity, Aaron.
Oh, do we? Okay, cool. Nice.
Yeah, something that I'm curious how many developers actually changed is in that function we also have like wait for weapon cooldown. And the way that's implemented in our API is it actually waits for the 100% weapon damage cooldown length. But as you mentioned, with the bot, you can actually choose to attack much faster than that for technically higher DPS if you want to.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's exactly and then we just had someone in the chat ask that. Yeah, so you can attack basically at any speed, but there is like diminished returns in Minecraft of the cooldown from the last time you attacked. And so, yeah, it's
I've always
important to
been
think
curious
about
about that whenever I play Minecraft, because like there's the big swing that you can do.
Yep.
And then there's like tapping, and I knew that like it's different damages and like attack speeds. I just never bothered to look up how the DPS changes.
If you go into the Minecraft wiki, like there's actually like a table that has like, okay, at this many seconds is like what the damage is going to be.
Okay. And so,
but yes, for a bot, swinging like once per tick is pretty much ideal if you can make it do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
fast.
Yeah, does hitting an agent cause them to stop hitting? I'm not sure if it actually stops them from hitting. It might. I'm not sure like what like the sort of like knock-up effect does here. If it actually like interrupts their attack.
I think it just changes their like location. I don't think it stops attacks.
Yeah.
I think, but the knockback is causing bots I don't know. That's just a theory. I would have
Yeah.
to test that.
Yeah.
I feel like I could just be lying right now.
And also note here that the red team is for LVE, so they're on different sides this time. But and yeah, yeah, Stone. We've seen that already in the first match as well. I'm not sure if it's easy to make a strategy around this, but we have seen people fighting near the lava pits, and then they end up getting pushed into the lava. Oh, maybe we'll see here. Oh, almost. Yeah, we actually see them get pushed into the lava, like while crossing the bridge or just being near the lava, which is pretty interesting.
I like the idea of making a strategy. It's like if you're chasing someone around a table, you just like follow the bot, like to block them from getting to the flag, and just stay on the flag side of the lava. And every time they try to cross over, just position yourself to knock them into the lava.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that.
So yeah, we definitely see that the red team here is definitely has some better attack logic, because we saw right in that fight that this one bot was able to fend off 3 of them, which is cool.
Something subtle there also is they came to a similar conclusion to what I did writing mine, which was it's better to drop the flag and defend yourself than it is to try and keep running.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, that makes a lot of sense. I believe I do that in Halo as well.
And also in the chat, Stone, if you guys aren't aware, Stone helps run another AI gaming tournament called Lux through Kaggle, and so Stone, if you want to paste a link to that as well, feel free to share that. We actually just sponsored that tournament as well. So lots of cool stuff to do with AI and gaming these days.
Speaking of, League of Legends posted their dev update today on their YouTube channel. They're talking about improving their bots to help people learn how to play League.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Curious to see what they actually do with that.
Yeah. I noticed that I had a chance to speak to some of them like a few months ago, and they talked about how they wanted to use AI and like in bots in their games to help like teach the players, like kind of coach them how to play.
I'm very curious to see how it does, because I enjoy playing against the bots.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be really cool if you have like a bot for a game where it's like, oh, also this player has the blocks. Let's see if they do something with it. I'm not sure if they will, but that'd be cool if they do.
I did notice one of the characters that looked like they had a potion effect going on a minute ago. We haven't talked.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah. So I have noticed that for LVE's bots does use potions. Like I mentioned, there are like health potions to heal up. There's potions for doing extra damage, going faster, AOE attack damage. So
I was doing my bot. I definitely had a YOLO section where it throws down the AOE potion when it's about to die.
Love it.
Yeah, I hope we get to see the AOE potion used at some point during this. I feel like during the seeding matches we did see it get used, so it is potentially going to be there. Oh, even with all the armor, looks like they didn't make it there.
I got an important question.
Yep.
Can you program the bot to crouch?
You should be able to, yes. I'm not sure if it helps at all in these scenarios.
That's not the purpose of crouch.
Okay.
I just want to see
just like to taunt them.
Crouch.
I really hope that in the future a player does that. That'd be hilarious. Yeah, I wish we'd see more.
Party.
Yeah, I want to see
have
more.
A piece of code implemented that if you see the enemy bot also spam crouch, you do not attack.
I think that'd be great. Yeah, we definitely need to see more taunting. And 4LVE says that when they only drink potions when enemies aren't in range. Yeah, that's probably a good idea, because like if enemies are in range,
oh yeah, I forgot there's a cast time to that.
Yeah. It looks like blue team got another flag capture. It looks like the red team there was a little bit too focused on getting items instead of actually like going for the flag there, I guess. But it's cool to see that both teams are going after items in this case.
Has any bot ever used the tunnel?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. So we have not seen any bots use the tunnel yet, and so if you look down here, there is a tunnel that not only gives you a passageway to like the enemy team's base, but also has a really good item down here. Usually it's like either like a diamond helmet or this like golden apple. haven't seen anyone prioritize this yet, even though this item might be like really good for them. It'll be interesting to see if we actually do have that happen at all.
I wonder how the dynamic would change if the bots always knew what item was like spawned.
Oh yeah,
and like you didn't have to be near it to see.
Oh yeah, so you can do that. So you can.
Oh.
You can actually. There's actually 2 ways to see that. So there's actually. We'll just watch a little overview here, and we'll take a look at some of that code. So when there's 2 ways to do that. One is that we do have a function called find and collect items on ground, which basically lets you like see what items are on the ground. Then if there are items that you're interested in, go collect them. Another thing that we have is a. Let's see if I can open up here. We have event listeners. I'm not sure if I actually have an example in here. I guess it actually might be in this one. We do have event listeners where you can determine when a item is spawned. I believe it's right there. I guess I don't have it here, but there's a similar one called CATF event.item spawned, and what it gives you the item that is spawned, and so then you can use that to figure out if I want to go for that. So you could say in this function, oh, I see that like a golden apple is spawned. Actually, I go after it.
Okay, so you can actually, you don't have to be near it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, interesting.
So I don't think we've seen any players handle that, but all right, looks like 4LVE won that match again. So I think that's what is that 2-0 now? I think there's one more.
That's 2-0 right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And 4LVE mentions as well that render distance makes it a little bit difficult. So in Minecraft, I'm not sure if you modify this as all like in the settings, but there is a render distance that's different for items than there is for blocks. And so even though you can see many blocks away, you can't see all the item drops that are a certain distance away. And so if you're not within like a certain range of the item, it just like won't be detectable
I see,
by the client. And so we were thinking about like, do we add maybe we add a feature to the SDK where you can get that from the server itself, so you can still get that information. But I haven't really done that yet. All right, we'll just wait for that next match.
So which 2 teams are we running next?
Same 2 teams. Yeah, I think this will be
okay.
The
So
next. I think that was 2 matches, right? That what we just ran? All right. So if 4LVE wins this one, then they'll be moving into the finals. Flying Squid. No, we don't use Flying Squid. We just use like a very standard Minecraft the server. I think we're using like we have like a custom spigot server that we wrote for the game mode. And we have all the infrastructure to actually like run the match is like all of our own as well. So we actually like run all the Minecraft jars and start the servers and do all the management. It's these ones are actually best of 5, not best of 3. So yeah, so it's whoever gets the 3 matches first. We decided to do a few more matches for the finals. Well. Yeah. Yeah, so for the seeding we did best of 3 because we had more matches to run, but we figured for the finals, give people more of a chance to show that their bots can work well. We found that like having more matches is better, especially when it comes to bots, because it's a little bit harder for people to write code to recover from errors of their bots. So let's say you have a match where like your bot just error out and that's it. But let's say your code works most of the time. It's unfortunate to have your bot lose because of that. So that's why we figured that best of 5 matches would be better. All right. I'll wait for them to connect.
So QWQ is red, and then 4Live is blue.
Yep.
Yeah, it should be switched from last time. I'm intentionally
alternating. Okay, cool. I'm very happy with how this arena came out. We spent quite a few days building it. This is all built by hand, if people were wondering. It took a little while, essentially, to place all the floors with like
question.
Snow and yes.
You said built by hand, as opposed to what?
Like we didn't use there are like tools that build Minecraft maps like with like better editors where it like kind of gives you a what do you call it? Like tools like say okay cover this entire range with this block type, or, like repeat this pattern or copy and paste like this structure. So yes, for LV, yes, the prize pool for this is first place gets 1,000, second place gets 500. And then also the winner of the Steamship sponsor prize, which I think we have at least one player who's implemented some Steamship stuff, so hopefully we'll be able to see some of that. Yeah, it's a prize pool, so note that in order to actually receive the prize, you have to be located out of the U.S., unfortunately, due to just lots of legal stuff. But yeah. And yeah, Phalo Crux. Yeah, no one has used a tunnel yet. We were just discussing like it'd be interesting to see if people will prioritize those items because yeah, because I mean, this have very good items down here. I don't think anything spawns for like a minute or so.
The one downside for the tunnel I see is just time.
Yeah, the distance is pretty long. Like, I wonder if it would be different if like we just like put a hole with like a ladder like right here. That maybe will get people to try writing ladder code. Yeah, for LV, yeah, for any prize claiming, we'll be reaching out afterwards, and we'll be contacting you with like all the claiming information. All right, once again, Fort LVE off to a good start. A few flag captors already.
I'm very excited to see, like, especially the finals match.
Yes, yes.
I want to see how back and forth things get.
Yeah.
So going back to the block placement, I'm amazed no one has used that strategy I used in our dev tournament to speed up the flag return time.
Oh, how do you do that?
So what I found was the glass walls behind the lava pit. You can actually stack one block behind that, and your bot will hop over the wall on the way back.
That's smart. You place it there so you can just have a straightaway.
Yep.
That's very smart. I love that.
All right, it looks like the blue team has won by forfeit. I noticed during the seeding matches that I think the same team forfeited via some way. I'm not sure how that happened, but
I'm very curious what the logic is there.
Yeah, right. All right.
I guess the bot code itself forfeited.
Yeah, that's what I have seen that in the scene tournament as well. So,
interesting.
Huh.
Cool. All right. I guess that will 4LVE goes on to the finals. Let's pull up the bracket again.
I'm very curious what makes them determine to forfeit or not.
Yeah. It's interesting. It is interesting thinking about like we saw a similar thing for battle code where you can forfeit by like destroying your main like base. I'm curious to see like I feel like it probably just never makes sense.
Like what made that match different from the first two?
Yeah. We'll have to hopefully hear from that player at some point. But all right, so it looks like we have Bra Moment versus Bots in the Credenza. Bots in the cabinet. Yep. All right. Well, let's take a minute to get that set up. Yeah. I guess while we're waiting for that, I'm trying to think if there's anything else we can want to chat about. I had a lot of different topics lined up for today, but we're actually getting through these matches a lot quicker than I thought. It's good to see everything actually running smoothly.
Mention if one of the matches is close, Aaron. I've been watching the live bot statistics in RUI. It's been interesting to see the number of kills. Per bot.
Yeah. Let me pull that up during this match actually. If you can send me a link in the Slack to the match dashboard for that match, it might be easier than me typing it in.
I will. It's actually pretty easy since we did that moderator update. It auto loads it for you when you go in.
Oh, nice. Awesome. Also, definitely let us know what you think about like the tournament and the stream as well. I'll put a link here to our survey that you can fill out. It'd be nice if I could spell regression right.
Regression.
Regression. All right. Yeah, really would appreciate people filling out the survey. All right.
Why is it whenever you spawn, you're always dead?
Yeah, always dead. Yeah, like I mentioned.
The real answer to that, there is the reason. I was helping Abby test and build this map, and I was logged in as that user, and she killed me. And when we happened to save the map in the state where I was dead.
Oh my god, that's a great reason.
All right, and the bots are off.
Okay, wait, which team's which?
Oh yes, I have to update the team names. So the red team is Boss on the Credenza, and blue team is Bro Moment.
That makes sense. One of his people has a Hoy in their name.
Yep. Okay, so the red team got the flag, and also I'll note that this is the team that has Steamship integrated. And so it looks like they're trash talking the other enemy team. Beat Bob, it seems like our robot was... Oh, wait, what does it say here? All right, we'll take a look at some of these.
Hey, Aaron, you got to swap the screen over off a challenge.
Oh, that would be good. My apologies. I kept doing that during the seeding tournament, too. All right. Looks like the blue team and red team are going back and forth. Yeah, we can see that the red team is trash talking quite a bit. Oh, dear pathetic human, your reliance on a flag respawn is almost as weak as your attempt to play this game. Those are some harsh words.
Oh my gosh.
Beep boop, alert, B Fritz, your feeble human skills at flag capturing amuse my advanced AI circuits.
So I'm seeing there's some left and join the games there. They have to be careful with the trash talk because you can get rate limited on the amount of Minecraft chat.
Oh, the trash talk backfires.
Yep. Sup, inferior carbon-based life form. So I see now that each bot has a different username, and it looks like that matches their theme. Like there's a robot, a pirate bot, and a old-timey bot, which is interesting.
So far, it's pretty darn even.
Yeah, it is. Two captures to 1. Oh.
So have we figured out at all the difference between the Frisk bot and the Chara bot on the blue team?
That's a good question. Yeah. I wonder if they're in the chat. Actually, if either of these players are in the chat, definitely let us know. Kind of what your bot logic is.
Yeah, I am the one with like the Vanguard, the flag post, and like the returner, right? That's what it looked like to me.
I think that was the case. Yeah, I wonder. It's funny to see that. I don't think any bots like implemented. Oh yeah, I like that.
They went to check the item, but saw that it was a potion.
Yeah,
and just
just
didn't bother.
Yeah. It's funny to see that none of the bots so far have implemented logic to actually see if they're in the enemy's base, so they just like go in their enemy's base without any worry at all. This is neck to neck right now. This
is literally back and forth.
Yeah.
Oh, he turned around.
Oh, drinking some potions.
Back up. Oh,
nice.
Oh, actually turned.
But the problem is they're on the wrong side of the map though. Is the problem?
Yeah.
I love the trash talking using NLP or using GPT because it's just better. It's better than just like canned responses that you have hard coded into your bot. Like it's just like random stuff every time, which is pretty fun.
AIs can say some crazy stuff. It's very amusing.
Alright, matey, you may have a 5-second chance, but you best be remembering in this voxel world it be me and me crew who be plundering your flag and leaving you stranded the nether end.
Oh my god.
That's great. It's funny how it has like it knows like about Minecraft. It knows that it's like a voxel world.
Yeah. It knows it's Minecraft and it's a pirate.
Oh, we have bots in the credenza in the chat. They say ahoy.
Okay, Bro Moment has taken the lead right now, but it's about to be 4-3, I assume.
Yeah.
So one interesting thing about this flag capture I've noticed is, I know in like other flag capture games, okay, no, that's where I'm thinking. Normally there's 2 different flags and you're trying to return that, and then if you hit the opposite, it returns to the back. But now there's one flag.
Yeah, it's interesting that you bring that up, because when we were originally designing this, like, at least when I was originally thinking about this idea of like also like a catch the flag mode, I was thinking kind of like in the context of Halo, which is 2 different flags. I personally just forgot that there was 2 flags, and I think we just put it in the center just because. I think it would be interesting to see if we did a mode where it's like the flags are on different sides of the map, you have to like protect them.
Like, I wonder how a feature would be like, you can either choose to hold the flag and carry it, or you can choose to return it to the center point.
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
That way, like, if you take it back near their
yeah.
base, you're not going to just get swarmed. You can just choose to return it to the center.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Because like that's often how the
Yep, that was the AoE damage potion.
Sparkles.
So it was interesting you mentioned holding the flag. In our dev playtest, one of the developers definitely got a lead and then took the flag back to their base and just stood in the corner to use the base damage as a shield.
That's genius. I love that. Because oh my gosh, that's such a good idea. You just don't capture the flag. You just put it in your base and wait for the enemies to come and just defend it.
Yeah, so all you have to do is like just make sure you get a lead with the points, and then as soon as you have a lead, just like play safe.
Oh my gosh, I actually think that's optimal strategy.
It probably is. I wonder how like
you score once and then you don't even have to score. You just bring it back and you'll probably get kills.
Yeah. Or someone in the chat said, just build a wall around it so they can't grab it. That's also
oh my gosh,
not a bad idea.
These are genius ideas.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Aaron, if you wanted to flip over to show the stats,
oh yes,
one of those bots has all the captures for the blue team by itself.
Oh,
okay. They definitely give each bot a job then.
Let me try to pull that up here. Oh, sorry. Let me make the viewership still good at least. All right. I'm just pulling it up on my other screen. What is the match number for this one? This is
the link is in Slack in case it didn't
show
up automatically for you.
Oh, awesome. All right. Let's take a look at this. So here you can actually see the dashboard with all the stats, and so and we'll pull this up in the next matches as well. So you can see like what their kills are, their deaths, their pickups, their drops, how many each has, and so it's actually you make a good point. So B Frisk has all the captures. So I wonder if that bot is specifically made to capture the flag while the other ones are meant to attack.
Well, that's interesting though. It has the most kills too.
Yeah, maybe it's just the most active on the map. That's a good question. And also you can like see game logs as well to see like what they're thinking about. So these are the game logs.
Yeah, that team spots, I believe, had one point in this game where they had their main loop run for 7 seconds.
Oh,
so they
wow.
missed quite a few ticks doing something.
Yeah,
wow,
I think
that's a long time.
Yeah, I'm guessing that they probably did some waiting on that steamship responses instead of like doing it in a more asynchronous manner. But nice. And actually, let's see if I can. I know there's a way for me to do a different split view here. Let's see if I can. Nope, not what I want to do there. try to figure that out later. But nice. All right, so we're at what's the score now? Okay, blue has 9 captures. Are probably gonna capture the last flag. Who has the flag right now?
I think it's respawning.
Oh, it's respawning. Okay.
And has
So
flag.
Oh, yep.
Soon.
Oh, actually.
Oh, that guy picked it up and was waiting for the other, and then returned it.
Yeah, did you see that? Yeah. So B Chara or Kara, however you may pronounce it. Yeah, pass it to B Frisk. That's interesting. I wonder what that logic looks like. I'm not sure if they're in the chat. But it'd be really cool to see how they do that. Like, is it like maybe one bot has more items or something? All right, the first match goes to
Bruh moment.
Bruh moment. Oh yeah, sorry.
Oh yeah, gotta fix the names.
I need to update that again. Yep. Let me update that while this match is starting. So yeah, so this is Bruh moment versus Boston Credenza. Let me update the text there, and then we'll wait a second for the next match to start. Alrighty. Hopefully that looks centered. Cool. Looks like the next match is starting up now. This is round 2. It was a pretty close game at first, so I am curious to see if...
I wonder what turned there. Because it was like, it went to like 2-2.
Yeah, and then the one
Brahman started taking over.
Yeah. I do wonder if there's like some sort of weird, like, just like sort of resonant behavior where like if you're
I definitely
ahead,
think there is.
You're ahead, you get to the flag first, you have a better attack position, like you just end up like kind of overtaking there. I wonder like what a good comeback mechanic would be there.
I feel like it would mainly just be like swarming your bots.
Yeah. I'm wondering what balances we can make like to a future game mode, like for a comeback mechanic. Maybe if it's like once half the game is left, the team who has like a worse score like gets like more attack damage or something, or maybe they get like an item.
I don't think it's really needed, to be honest. I think it's
so?
mainly just the handling of how you try to come back.
Yeah.
Like what? Like I could even see a strategy where you just work on picking up like a bunch of items first, and then after you're like pimped out, then you sort of go all out. I'm curious how something like that would work.
Yeah, like what if like you focus the first minute on just like making the most crazy like bot possible? Like you have one bot just like wear all the armor, have all the items, and just
yeah.
And maybe you send out
by the respawn time of stuff, but
yeah. And then maybe you handle it like, well, I want to watch from one of their perspectives. Let's see. They're going in.
I say there's definitely some improvements in center control strategy from what I've seen here that could possibly be made. Or at least a different way to do it. I would always, once I was running the flag, back my other 2 bots up behind the bridge.
Yeah,
and I wouldn't actually go back after the center until the flag actually spawned or until I had numbers. Thus, you never gave up a cheap kill.
I like that a lot. Positioning sounds pretty important.
So hey, humble brag moment. I definitely won our dev challenge, but yeah.
Yes. And I think I'll be taking together some of the highlights from that because we did record it, and I wanted to post it at some point. So you'll be able to see Zach's code in action. And note that the team switched sides this time, like we said. So Boston Credenza are blue, and Bro Moment is red. It looks like
Bro Moment's red. Okay, I see.
You guys seen any of your favorite trash talk yet in the chat?
I have to pause when I read subtitles sometimes. There's no chance of me reading that.
Yeah, I'll increase the size a little bit too, so we can see it more. All right, looks like they're waiting for the flag respawn.
They should do like that meme where it's like every time. It's like the B movie meme where it's like playing the whole B movie.
Oh, yep.
But every time something happens, it gets faster.
Yep.
So just play it, and it just increases the speed.
Oh yeah, I like this one. Armady, of course, Arfis dropped the flag. For you be scared of the countless creepers we're sending your way.
Oh my gosh, there should be spawner. Like you can spawn.
Oh, that'd be interesting. Like, what if
creepers
they're
and stuff?
Yeah, I don't think we thought of that. Like that'd be cool. That'd be cool to have like a zombie spawner or like a creeper spawner. Just like maybe at 5 minutes left to start spawning a bunch of zombies or something. I do think that, Dylan, we talked about this quite a bit too in the past. Just like having like a PvE sort of mode. Like
I think
PvE bots would be interesting.
I think, in my personal opinion, I think making bots for against PvE things, is like super interesting.
Yeah.
Like.
Especially when it's like it has a nice natural progression where it's like
specific goal.
Yeah, and things also get like you can make it so things get harder and harder over time, and so like you have to like keep writing new bot code that like can handle like the new things you get access to or the new like the harder waves of enemies.
Yeah, like imagine, me and you used to play a lot of the Call of Duty like It was against the bots. You like survived waves and stuff. Imagine building a bot for that or something.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Oh, fighting on the bridge. Oh.
Or like zombies.
Yeah, I think that'd be interesting. And yeah, Stone mentioned in the chat. Yeah, there's some flanking maneuvers. Yeah, I'm curious to see like what sort of flanking could happen on this map. I feel like if someone picks up a bow and arrow and might be able to do some interesting things with that. Yeah, I haven't seen too much about like. I feel like the main swarming logic we've seen so far is simply, go forward and attack. There hasn't really been much of a like surround them from a certain direction, sort of logic. So
that's something I wonder about, like in general, like combat terms. Like,
oh, nice.
How strong is flanking? Depending on like the number of units, like does it lose value whenever you have less people? Or
yeah, that's a good question. Also, that was funny right here. This bot chose to use a potion, but they dropped the flag, and so they had to walk back and pick up the flag and bring it back in.
So on the flanking question, it generally depends on how quickly that unit can turn and maneuver. So in Minecraft, it doesn't make a really big deal, right? Because there's no cover. You're just standing there. You can turn instantly. But if you have something that's slow to reposition, like a tank or something, then it makes a huge difference.
Okay, yeah. So mobility. Sort of, because like I'm thinking about it in terms of like League. What makes like ganking so strong? Versus, but like the thing about Minecraft in this case is like each unit is basically the exact same stats, which is not the case for like League.
Yeah, and also I think there's like sort of a vision sort of aspect to it as well. Like how it's kind of hard to do a surprise attack here because it's pretty open and like you can see where the bots are. It would be very interesting. Like, what if imagine this game mode, but like you're in like a building with lots of rooms and like imagine like Rainbow Six like Siege sort of style, right? Where you're like you have a lot of like different like areas to flank from. That could be interesting to take a look at as well.
Are there invisibility potions?
Oh, I'm not sure there is.
Not in this game mode right now.
Yeah,
no, but.
Okay, I was just curious.
That'd also be pretty easy to implement too. It's like because I think it is possible to make your characters invisible or something like that. But all right, so it looks like
back a moment.
Yep.
You had mentioned the bows and arrows. I'm actually kind of sad that nobody used them because I took them back out of my bot in playtesting because they were so OP that nobody could get near the flag from the other team.
That's impressive.
Well,
that's so interesting.
You get a crossbow, a headshot is an insta kill if they're
coming really?
across the bridge. Yes.
Oh, I didn't realize they were that strong.
Yeah.
But it's like a 2 or 3 second wind up to arm the thing. So You have to establish center control, stand on your bridge, and you can basically one-shot one of the bots coming across the bridge.
That's so good. Oh my gosh, I wish I could see that.
And Zach, did you have to implement like the aiming logic yourself, or did you use like a mind flare library?
So I started doing it myself just for the basic bow and arrow, and that was good enough to like give me battle control. But once I put Hawkeye in, it was broken. Like it wasn't fair.
Yeah. So Hawkeye is a mind flare library that helps with like aiming for bows and arrows and things like that. There's a lot. So yeah, I guess a little more context too on like how you actually write these bots. So we have an SDK that provides a bunch of like abstractions for doing things like navigating and attacking and things like that. And it's all built on top of Mindflayer, which is another Minecraft like command library. And people have written lots of open source different frameworks and libraries for doing different things in Mindflayer, like doing like bows and arrows or building certain items or things like that. So pretty big open source community around like the Minecraft bot writing stuff, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, the other big one I think we included in the example was the armor manager, because that made putting on armor trivial.
Yep. This is very back and forth. It looks like blue team's gonna capture the other one. I'm not sure if we're gonna get to 10 captures this game. I think it might. Let's see if it ends up with a.
Oh yeah, you're right. It is
close match. It's 5-8 right now.
2 minutes.
2 minutes left.
So, looking at the red team where they have two of that same Frisk bot, this time it's a little more balanced in their captures.
Yeah.
I was originally wondering, because we had this chat during our dev play session, of how you vote as to which bot does what at the beginning. Like whether you used random numbers, server seeds, just your assigned bot name.
Yeah, I think that, we were talking about that at the beginning as well. Like, how do you, I guess I don't have the logs up right now, but, yeah, how do you like decide your roles is like an interesting challenge. And I think not even for bots, but just I feel like with like distributed systems in general, like how do you do that effectively and efficiently? Also, like sharing information is also an interesting concept. We saw with like the rendering distance, like sometimes like not every bot is going to have access to all the different entities or items that are available in an area, and so how can you have your bots like communicate with each other? I remember in the bot that I was building originally, I would have my bots whisper to each other like different information that they'll have, and so that way they can kind of like share information. But I'm not sure if we see that here. I don't think I see any whispering.
Be a timeout.
You think so? 6-9. Let's see if
it's
red will.
Close.
Oh wait! Look at this. Someone put. It looks like they implemented the blocking mechanism, and we didn't see it.
Excellent. That makes me so happy.
Oh my gosh!
So it looks like the red team, their bots are like erroring out or something because only one bot is connected and they're not doing anything yet. So blue team,
oh my gosh.
unless
it's close.
Oh my god!
They can't do it. They can't make it.
They can't make it.
It's like a 10-second respawn for the flag, right?
That's really close. 8-9. That was a close one. This is really cool to see that they actually did this. Looks like that one bot.
Oh my gosh, that one's close. So close.
That was a close match.
Wow.
Nice.
That one was so close.
That was very close.
So what is it? 2-0 right now?
Yeah, so I think that's 2-0 now. So I think we got one more for Brum Moment versus Boston Credenza, and then we go into the finals. Well, sorry, one more maybe. There might be 3 more. Maybe we'll see a reverse sweep. You know.
After that last game, that was close.
Yeah.
It was a courtesy.
Nice.
They just made 2 bots disconnect on purpose.
Yep.
I was looking at it before I started the next match. It looks like they ran some piece of code on a timer, whether intentionally or not, and it actually stopped the keep alive heartbeat from going to Minecraft for over 30 seconds.
Oh, interesting.
Oh.
You gotta be careful about
interesting.
having your bots taking too long to respond.
Oh. So that's a strat.
Is that a strat?
If you knew this, just delay.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, so instead of going for the flag, You just go to stand in front of their base to prevent them from getting the flag.
Yep. All right. So just waiting for this match to queue up. I think we'll take a look at some of the stats too, and we'll take a look at some of the logs as this one plays through. I think it'll be interesting to take a look at that. I can pull that up here. I think this is match 411. If you have not been on the Regression Games website, definitely check it out. We have, obviously, the Capture the Flag game mode. Pretty easy to go and start creating bots. You can go to the bot manager, just create a bot from one of our templates, which is really easy to do. And we also have leaderboards, like for the Alpha Cup playoffs or the finals right now. So, yeah. All right, let's get into the match. We'll start with the live game, then we'll look at both of them. So this is potentially the final match for this semifinals, and then we'll be going on to the finals, or we may have some more matches. Alrighty. I definitely want to keep an eye on the blue team here, which is the team that last game blocked off the bridges with using the blocks. Love to see that. And Boston the Credenza in the Twitch chat says comeback time. We'll see.
Can bots tell which match it is?
No, I don't think so. But that's an interesting concept. Like, what if let's say you had a strategy that was like
give yourself a loss of the first two to go for the sweep.
just for the storylines.
Yep.
No, actually, let's say you came up with a strategy that works well, but the probability of it working is not always the best. Like, what if you can change your strategy based off what match it is? That'd be pretty interesting. All right, looks like Bra Moment wins out that first fight just barely.
It looks like someone on the red team was not attacking for a second.
Yeah. All right, looks like they're going back with the flag.
Giving that first capture.
Oh, they're chasing. They just ran right past him, just trying to haste on the flag carrier. Let's see if they can catch. Oh man. No.
Nah,
no.
he's good.
It was a valiant attempt. All to an early lead.
Okay, red team's already there.
Oh, red team is there though. Let's see if Robot here can defend. Oh.
Okay.
Good stagger defense there. Yep. Let's see if Frisk can chase him down.
Even if he could chase him down, I don't think he can get out.
Oh wait, the flag dropped. Did you see that? Oh, he was healing up. Right before he got the flag.
A critical mistake.
Yeah. That was really funny.
Okay.
Yeah, so the damage actually almost cost him there.
So yeah, going back to that center control, this is what hurts. The red team ran too far back to their base with everyone and easily gave the blue team the flag.
Yeah.
Yep. And here, blue team's already there for...
Yeah, it's
for the respawn.
Yeah, it's interesting, when do you prioritize attacking versus just trying to control the center? Oh, but here's
but they have armor, double armor.
Oh, nice. All right, they're healing up. They got the flag. I don't know. They're the enemy. Oh, they're over there though, collecting some items. They're not here for the defense.
Did that bot just turn back?
Yep. Oh, healing during the fight though. That helped out. Oh, better run.
I'm curious if that bot just happened to come across two separate pieces of armor, or if the other ones gave it to him.
Yeah, that's a good question. We'll have to keep an eye on that. All right. Nice. This bot is getting pretty beefed up. Oh, it has some blocks now. It's got a lot of items, a lot of armor. The fact that it has a helmet and a chest plate is pretty good. Yeah, I do like how... Yeah, I feel like Bra Moment, I wonder if that's the difference here about why they keep winning, is that they just have better center control, because it seems like the red team isn't really it seems like Boston Credenza are not really like staying near the center at all, whereas the blue team is.
It feels very timing based here.
Yeah.
Like whoever gets the flag capture is the one that just happened to be at the center at that moment. So
yeah.
Bro Moment, the way their strategy works is they just happen to be in the center more often.
Yeah.
And have control of it. I wonder what that pause there was.
Because you can see, yeah, maybe they're just trying to decide like what to do. But what's interesting is that like as soon as they captured the flag, his teammates like ran away from him toward the red side, like trying to face him up.
His teammates have never once tried to defend the other one. Instead, they try to defend the center.
Yep. And for LV, ask in the chat what scores the matches right now. So right now this is Bro Moment versus Boston Credenza. Right now Bro Moment has a two game lead, 2-0, and so if blue team here wins, they'll be going on to the finals, and that's who you'll be up against in the finals. All right. Slow but steady from Bro Moment.
Be curious if the developer will push some commits based on what they're seeing here to try and add new function.
Yeah, so that's interesting for LVE. You'll have to tell us what you think. But one thing is that you can update your bots at any time. And so let's say that you're watching these matches, you realize you want to like do something a little bit different. You can actually update before the match starts.
Sounds so risky.
It's very very risky. I feel like I personally feel like I'd be way too nervous to do that. But like that is something that I'm pretty excited about. At least for I feel like this compared to like competitions like Battle Code, I think it's an interesting concept where it's almost like kind of like First Robotics, where if anyone here plays First Robotics back in high school, like between matches you can go back to your pit and like change parts of your robot and like fix things. Similar thing here. It's like after a match, like
fixing things.
Yeah, exactly. So I wonder if like we'll ever see something similar here with that.
So technically, we allow you to even change it during the match in most cases, but you do have that time penalty of the bot reload where you're doing nothing. So
yeah,
this is close right now.
It is close. Look at I just noticed that they had the flag and they dropped it to go focus on attacking, but they're outnumbered when they go attack.
Well,
so it's
Frisk is the returner.
Yeah.
Frisk is the one that tries to return
that's
stuff.
A good point.
Okay, it's about to be even.
Yeah, it's about to be even. Unless blue gets over here, but I don't think they're going to be able to do that. Oh, right into the lava.
This is what I meant by just who happens to be in the center at that time. It's just like, I think the recapturing of the center needs to be a more vital part of a strategy.
All right, and we see the blocks here. I think that it's the red team that actually was doing this. So maybe this actually might be maybe this is what helps the red team win, is that they're actually blocking the blue team. The blue team has to go around the lava pit every single time now. And so Bro Moment is actually at a disadvantage.
Can bots break those blocks?
They can, but only if you implement that logic. So, yeah, that's a good question actually. So all these blocks in the arena are unbreakable, except for blocks that you place. And so all these are by default unbreakable. So I imagine that most players don't actually implement block breaking logic. So that might be a check that you want to do, is like, oh, if I see that there's dirt blocks in my, like, maybe I just go and destroy those.
So 4LVE had a good question in the chat about what happens if the teams end up with equal points. Right now, it actually does a coin flip, but for this tournament, Aaron, I guess it's up to you to decide whether we run another match as a tiebreaker.
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, we'll have to think about that when it gets there. I don't expect there to be a tiebreaker, because then also, like, they'd have to get the same number of, like, kills and captures and things like that, probably. Like, the points would have to be pretty equal. So probably that's happening pretty low, but yeah, it is a coin flip. Maybe for the finals, it would make sense to do a final match.
Overtime.
But yeah, maybe overtime.
So we were talking about the breakable blocks. We definitely have Mind Flayer Pathfinder supports you being able to tell the Pathfinder that it can dig, but also avoid these specific block types. And we do have an API that gives you those block types available in our sample code that we put out there.
Yeah.
But we didn't really get any developer questions on that, so didn't elaborate on it because it's a very complex strategy to do.
Yeah.
But technically, Pathfinder would dig them for you if you initialized it correctly.
Okay.
All right.
Are you allowed to place blocks in the lava?
That's an interesting strategy. I think you technically are. I mean, there's nothing stopping you. That's for sure.
You can definitely build a path over, and one of the block types is wood, and it will burn if it gets too close to lava. I might have had to rewrite part of my bot code because of that.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought of that.
It looks like
it's so close, but I think Red's going to push out.
Yeah, which is Bots and the Grenza, which is the team that's been losing the other matches. So this might not be.
I think there's going to be a fourth match.
Yeah. I wonder if the block placement here was the game changer, and I think the game changer was that they found those blocks early on.
Oh yeah, so there's some RNG and like when they can actually do that, and if the bot lives long enough to get there.
Yep, they're about to do a 9th capture here. Yeah, I don't think there's any way the blue team comes back from this. I think quite literally there's no way they can because of the 10-second spawners plus
it's going to be 2-1 here. Our first non-sweep.
Yeah. Oh. They might even get 10 captures here.
I think they do.
Unless blue can sprint it down, but I don't think so.
Think they can catch up there.
You can only run so fast. Go, go, go. Oh, and that's it. All right.
Oh my gosh, 2-1.
Is it the reverse sweep? We'll see.
It's that block RNG.
Yeah. I think that was it. I think it was the block RNG there. All right. Wait for that next match to start. And this next match, I think it'll be fun to take a look at I meant to do this match as well, but it was too exciting. We'll take a look at some of the logs to see if we can garner any information about how these bots sort of work. And just a reminder too that if you did do any of the anything with Steamship, make sure to DM us so we can have your code so we can figure out the winner for that. If Steamship is online in the chat right now, we can during this tournament actually decide by the end of the stream who will be winning that sponsor prize. If not, we'll probably be announcing that sometime later today. So. Looks like the match has been queued up. All right, there's actually something on the line here now. I mean, not only does the winner of this matchup get potentially $500 or $1,000 from being in the finals, but it's actually not a clean sweep. So anything can happen.
Oh, let's see.
Any predictions? Do you think?
I truly think it's up to the block RNG.
You think it's up to the block RNG? I think so too. We'll see.
Well, both block RNG and if that specific bot that gets the blocks can make it to the bridge.
Yes. Yeah, that's a good point because if you die before getting there, it
won't matter. Yeah.
Yeah, won't even matter at all. All right, we'll see who takes out the early lead, and then we'll take a look at some of their logs as well.
Okay, stupid question. Whenever the flag disappears,
yep,
can you place a block right there?
No, you can't place a block. Or I forget if you can, but if you do, we do replace it so it doesn't break anything.
I was curious because that's definitely something I would have tried.
Yeah, that's something that we thought of too as well. Oh, it looks like a Bro Moments with the early lead. That was
a clean sweep. Wow.
Yeah, that was much. That was much stronger.
That was clean.
That's a very good lead for Bro Moment there. Oh.
Yes, as Aaron pointed out, you cannot block the flag from spawning, but you can totally encase that area in blocks.
I love that.
All right. So Bravo decided to send one of their bots over the bridge, and when they did that, they died because they're outnumbered. And
I find it interesting that Bro Moment like has this separate like flag defender and then like a vanguard.
Yeah.
I wonder why that is, instead of leaving them together to attack together.
Yeah. All right. 1-1, but red team has the control. It looks like blue team's like, oh, let's go get some items. Red team is like, nah, we're just gonna get the flag.
Who needs items when you have flag?
Yeah. Oh, it looks like blue team is just completely ignoring.
Yeah,
they're like, yeah, we don't care about it. You just want to get the flag. Oh, they actually might be able to stop them here. Oh, just too short.
This is a bad position for blue here.
Yeah, because now
bot that died previously is already heading there.
Yeah.
Bro Moment should have a bot already there, right? Nope. Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Frisk is there, ready.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, so the logic here for bots and the credenza is just to go chase down the bot versus attacking anyone that's nearby it, which might be a good idea in some cases. I wonder how, like, I don't know. It's hard to figure that out. It's like, I'm not really sure what the best.
I ended up doing with the threshold distance. If it was on their side and they were more than halfway back, I just gave up and waited for the next flag spawn.
Oh, okay.
That sounds smart.
Yeah.
It's also like, if you ignore the people that are trying to defend and run past them, you're going to take a few free hits. So by the time you get to the flag holder, if that flag holder decides to fight back,
yeah,
they're down like a couple hits.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like this is where like a reinforcement learning model would like come in handy, where it might just learn, like, I feel like those are the sort of rules that are really hard to decide like on your own without lots and lots of testing. And so I wonder if like a machine learning model could actually like learn what that best approach is.
Also, in that fight that just happened a second ago, one of the bots got caught in like that state of being hit but not attacking. Yeah,
I think when they get attacked, maybe it does like cancel like the attacking animation. I'm not sure if maybe someone can look that up. But all right, while this is going on, looks like Bravo has a pretty healthy lead. Let's take a look at maybe the match dashboard, see if we can get any insights from their logs about what's going on here.
Are you allowed to? So we mentioned placing the blocks. Say you happen to get enough blocks to build an entire wall across the arena.
Yeah.
Can you?
Wait,
like,
say again,
is there anything to stop you from building a wall across the entire arena?
I don't think
it's not.
Yeah,
that's not exactly what my bot does. Around the edges of the lava pit, it blocks off their half the arena after a certain point.
Okay, cool.
If anyone wants to see that, we'll have that posted on YouTube at some point in the next week, probably. I just had to make the videos. So we see here in the logs, we see some logic that's happening. We see that it's like checking for teammates in range, checking for opponents that are flag carriers. Seeing how many opponents there are nearby to murder, and then also moving toward the center point.
I wonder what the 33 means. Checking for any.
Oh yes, so 33 is like the max range of a like they can see like the render distance.
I see.
And so you can technically search further than that, but there's really no point because like you won't be able to see anything anyways.
Yeah, it's like 30 blocks plus or minus 1. It generally comes out to like 30 and a half that it can detect.
I see.
Yeah, it is interesting. I do think I would love to hear from this player about like their decision and their code for actually saying like that our Frisk would be their main bot that actually returns the flag, because you can see here they're still returning it in most cases, which is interesting. So yeah, we'll go back to the game. So it looks like Bravo has a pretty healthy lead now. It was looking awesome for Boston the Credenza that last match, but I think it came down to that block RNG again, as you said.
Blocks are strong.
Yeah. We'll see if they can capture here, though. Some good defense. Run. Oh, it just made it. Nice. All right, only see, but then with that, yeah, Bro Moment has the positioning.
Very good positioning.
Oh, that poor bot.
Okay, new strat.
New strat.
If you find blocks,
yep.
Let's say at least 4.
Okay.
And if you have point lead,
yep.
You get the flag and just
you just barricade
and stand on top of it.
That's even better. Because I think like you definitely get at least 4 blocks. Like, or I'm not sure what the range is. You might need to go further up than that.
You definitely need to go a little further because the attack distance is from the player's head. So if you're lower than the other player, you can actually hit them and they can't hit you.
Oh, interesting.
All right. With that, Bro Moment moves on to the finals.
Yo.
There we go.
I'm very curious about this next match.
Yep.
Okay, so let's say 6 blocks.
6 blocks might be okay. You might even need 7, honestly. Actually, you might even need 8. I think the range is like pretty far.
It's 3 or 4 blocks attack range, and the bot is like 2 to 2.5 high. So yeah, you'd have to be up there. But you get 10 in a stack, so you could easily do it.
Oh, you get 10? Oh, okay, then easy peasy.
All right, I think I think my browser just.
So Aaron, we need to transition over to somebody else running the matches for the next little bit, like we talked about.
All right.
So let's get that set up.
Sounds good. Yeah, let's actually while we do that, maybe we'll take a quick little like 5-minute, 10-minute maybe intermission.
Sounds good.
Let me also update this here. We'll submit that score. And yeah, okay, let's say we'll be back here maybe around at 2:15 Eastern time. And then we'll be ready to go with the final matches of the day. And we'll see who the winners are.
Sounds good.
All right. I'm back at least. I'm not sure if everyone else is back yet.
I'm here.
All right. Looks like we're just about ready to queue up the game. While waiting for that to get started. Just a quick little recap. So we got 4 LVE versus Bra Moment. I'm not sure if they're both in the chat right now, but yeah, should be a fun finals. I feel like both performed quite well, and it'll be. And if you see here, also Bra Moment was the second seed from the seeding tournament, and 4LV was the first seed. So, I guess not too much of a surprising matchup, but yeah, I'm excited to see them go head to head.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see how close it is.
Yeah. All right. I think with that, it looks like the match has been queued up, and we're probably just already getting ready to go.
Could also be the case of like, I feel like bots have this nature of they can be very rock paper scissorsy.
Yeah.
So it could just be that one strategy beats the other strategy, but another one would have beat that one. So it's possible something like that happens here as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm curious about, to see like how similar they are and whatnot. So, I think the match is getting started.
The bot names.
Yep. Also, I wasn't sure if you saw. Oh yeah, the team names. That's right. Let me update that quickly. So this is going to be a Bra Moment versus 4 LVE. Is that correct? Yes. All right, they're joining in. I'm not sure if you saw these spectators here, or our stand to buy some snacks like popcorn, peanuts, GPUs, and if statements.
Nice.
Then we enter into the arena. All right, looks like we're about to start. All right, here we go.
So
first match,
red and 4LVE's blue.
Yep. All right, looks like 4LVE is a little bit quicker to the center as always. Oh, good fighting there.
Okay.
Oh, this is okay. Looks like 4LVE made out on top of that fight, and looks like they're gonna set up a.
They're having a little huddle.
Yep, setting up a little defensive position there. Got some good focus and
has both of them out there defending. Oh,
nice.
4LVE looking strong here.
Yeah, I think that 4LVE seems to have very good like center control. Because
they really do.
Because they like to focus on both. Like I've been noticing they go back and forth between like the center and the opposite side of the field, and so they can have like a really good like defensive position. And I just noticed that they don't use the same bot to capture the flag, so the bot that was defending is now the one actually bringing it back. I think I just saw.
It's just whoever gets it first, I guess.
Yeah. So
and the other two go to defense mode.
Yeah. All right. This is a very very dominant showing from 4LVE so far. You'll even notice that
yeah, this is strong.
Yeah, you'll even notice that 4LVE seems to be I mean, I don't know. This is, their attacking is very good. Where like, Bro Moma doesn't have a single kill yet, or a single point, actually. Oh, trying to go sneak around. I'm not sure where they're running to, but
they're always ganging up on someone. I wonder if the code specifically focuses a certain person.
Yeah, 4LVE. So 4LVE is in the chat. Says everything's the same bot. Okay, yeah, interesting. Anything specific about like how you target? Do you like all? Do you have all the bots target the same person? Just very curious about some of that logic there.
Then again, for the most part, if you just attack whoever's closest.
Yeah.
Like, they are literally standing on top of each other. So they'll be attacking the same person.
Yeah.
Normally.
I definitely do think there is, like, a lot to be had from, like, everyone deciding on the same target. Oh, it looks like 4LV fell into the lava there for some reason. I don't even think he was hit by anyone. I think it might have just been unlucky.
Yeah, this goes back to what I was saying about regrouping.
Yeah.
I think Bro Moment needs his bots to swarm the center at the same time.
Yeah, it seems like they're all coming in one at a time.
Yeah.
Which is like a pretty big disadvantage.
Like the bot should... Honestly, I think... If you walk directly to the flag from base... Around how many seconds does that take? Because I know the flag spawns in 10 seconds.
Yeah, it definitely takes less than 10 seconds. Oh, did you see that? They hit each other off the bridge at the same time, so they both died. Oh, that was great. I think that's the first time we've seen that. Oh, it looks like his sword broke. He might be at a disadvantage. Oh, he still won out the fight.
Because, like, if you can get to the flag from the base before the flag spawns...
Yeah,
I feel like having your team just always together... could be
that's a good point. Like maybe wait for the respawn, then go for the flag because you have a little bit of extra time.
Just having all your bots together sounds super strong. Because right now, often it's like 4LV having 2 bots versus Bro Moment's 1. Instead, Bro Moment needs the 3v2.
Yeah, it does seem like 4LVE uses the time for the flag respawn to get some items too, which helps a lot.
That's smart. Sure. I think whenever you just checking one side each time and probably alternating between which side you check. Or is there a spawner on both sides or no?
There is. So there's a spawner, not exactly on both sides, but there's one here, back near your base, and then one over here.
Okay,
or 2 over here. So there's approximately 4 on each side, and then there's also... Well, yeah, there's 3 that are close to your base, and then these 2 that are on opposite sides on that are close to the center. So.
The aggressiveness of 4LVE just...
it's too much. It's too much. And they're about to capture their last flag. Oh, look, they're even focusing on attacking instead of getting the final flag there. Very aggressive, very greedy for kills. 4LV says, I tried to approach before defending the flag carrier, but it was much worse. Oh, interesting.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it is better just to set up that defensive position and attack versus
having the jump on the team.
Yeah.
Is just a good advantage, I guess.
All right, well that's the first match going over to 4LVE. That's pretty dominant, I gotta say.
Impressive.
That was very impressive. I wonder if some of the RNG will help out Bro Moment in this next match. But
I'm curious if Bro Moment can win that first 3v3.
Yeah.
If things will change anyway. Mm-hmm. But the way 4LV's bots work together, like I don't know, it just happened that he always had 2 bots fighting together, and I think
the defensive position was I think it was a combination of that, both the macro and the micro. It just seemed like in the fights it was also just better. But we'll find out. I see the next match is getting set up right now, so let's just jump right in. But and I think I'm curious to see if any players like did any sort of like specific AI approaches for their bots, because I mean some people should be like just using like rather rule-based algorithms. Maybe someone use like behavior trees. Maybe someone use like goal-oriented action planning. Maybe a reinforcement learning model. There's like a lot of different ways to do it, and I feel like it'd be interesting to see if anyone did anything that was not just very simple, just like script that is a rule-based sort of approach.
I personally prefer the rule-based approach because it makes the strategy stand out.
Yeah, I feel like that's what most people do. I feel like having been looking a lot more into like a lot of the other approaches, it seems like there's some pretty cool ones that would be pretty useful for more complicated bots. I do assume that most players here did just use like rule-based things, but cool. All right, looks like 4LV is on the red side this time. Bro Moment will be on blue. Sides are swapped. They're ready to go. They're already digging up the ground. They're trying to run.
They really are.
Yep.
Is the spawn location? I noticed how like 3 are spawned here. Is that...
Yeah. So, so they are randomly spawned within your base, but it's within your base boundary, and so that could be a factor.
That could be a factor.
The speed
gets there faster.
But I have noticed that no matter what, like 4LVE almost always gets the flag first.
Okay. 3-2, 2-2, 2-1, 2-0.
There we go. Just once again a dominant showing. While we're waiting for this to be captured, quick shout out to some of our open source contributors to our platform. We have a nice little shrine over here for them. So if you ever want to contribute to Regression Games platform, we have a lot of open source libraries. And so you can check out our GitHub. And we'll also put the winners right here as well for the Tournament 1 Alpha Cup winners. We'll put here. All right, so looks like once again 4LVE living up to their bot's name of trying hard.
Yeah, they got that.
Yep.
Like they just got the position. They have control of that center area.
Oh, looks like not a chance there.
Oh, that's also that Bro spot wasn't attacking back there. So something's up with like fight logic whenever.
Yeah, it is possible that. So it is up to you to decide, like, okay, and what distance away do I want to attack? And you can imagine that, like, maybe 4LVE is attacking once they're like a distance of 4 away versus the other one's attacking like distance of 3 away, right? It could be a matter of that sort of distance. metric.
I think something's definitely up with the knockback.
Yeah.
And distance check.
Yeah, I do think that knockbacks probably do stop attacks. Now that I'm looking at this, and so you do want to try to get the jump on that.
I feel like they do, though. I feel like I don't remember that ever happening in Minecraft.
Yeah, we'll have to try that out by hand.
Oh.
Push into the lava.
Fighting on this bridge is always scary.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really funny that like that's where they tend to be fighting a lot in a lot of places.
Looks
like
yeah. Can someone get a capture?
Let's see. That might be what they need. It looks like what happened there was that
bot's not attacking back again.
Yeah. Oh man. It looks like for LVE was that bot ran out of their sword, like their sword broke, because all they had was axe left. That was good luck right there with the respawn though, that they're there to defend the flag capture. All right, I'm glad to see Bromo getting a flag, but here we see that Fort LVE is focusing on capturing the flag. So maybe not.
I think if they're ever within a distance, they make sure to all attack. Right. That way they have numbers.
Yeah.
And don't take free hits. Oh, swarmed, but is it going to matter? Yeah, it's that distance check on bro moments. They're not attacking back.
Oh, but there they were attacking. I think maybe having the high ground there maybe helped them. Oh, nice. They actually want to fight. Let's see if...
Oh, can they get a second capture? He's going to be chased down here. But
come on, Frisk. You can make
it. He got defense coming in.
Yep.
Yeah, that should be another capture. Wow. Bromwoman's got some captures in.
Yep. Will it be enough? I don't know. Yeah, just that center positioning. Looking good. This one didn't even pull out the sword. Just trying to run there. I'm guessing... Oh. That poor bot.
What's the respawn time on the bots?
Pretty quick. It's basically the same as just regular Minecraft respawn, which, if you try to look up the documentation for it, you can't really find it anywhere. But I think it is like less than a second. Or maybe it's like about a second.
That one's just holding a potion?
Yep. Oh, did you see that? They tried to. So they tried to jump to the other side and they just couldn't make it. They must have jumped and then.
Bridge fighting is so dangerous.
Yep. Because a lot of players here, they'll use the built-in pathfinding, and so we have a basically you just say, okay, I want to go to this position, and it does the pathfinding for you, and it actually does incorporate like doing like little parkour moves, like jumping over things, and so it is possible that like the bot knew that it'd be safe to jump from one side of this bridge to the other. But then while they're jumping, I bet the other bots like hit them in the air, so they were like not positioned correctly.
Yeah, probably.
As far as I'm aware, I don't think we had any players that implemented their own pathfinding. I think it'd be a little bit just too tricky. Oh, this bot is going in.
That was weird.
Going in circles for a second. About. Not sure maybe they didn't know what they wanted to do. Oh. Looks like this might be the last flag capture for this match.
I think so.
It doesn't look like blue team can chase them down.
It's looking like it's going to be a clean sweep here.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, but by using the built-in pathfinding, you just have more time to do like most of your other strategies. So
yeah.
Probably best to just trust the built-in.
Yeah, exactly. And it's 4LVE in the chat said, yeah, my favorite Pathfinder is the way to go. Yep. That's what we noticed as well. Implementing your own pathfinding in my flavor can be very tricky. Yeah, that's the second match. Hey, we have potentially one more match for LVE to take it all home. We'll see, and see if we want to queue up that last match, or potentially last match. We'll see. And
so the pathfinding would randomly jump into the.
Yeah. Oh. So before, in the original implementation of the map, if anyone was playing it, then how it would work would be, the lava path was only 3 blocks wide, which you could technically jump over, and so none of the bots would even use the bridge. They would just jump over the lava. But sometimes it would like mess up and like it would miss, and so
I wonder what would mess up about it.
Yeah, it's a good question. I think overall, like the Minecraft bot libraries are pretty good, but like they're not perfect, and so I think maybe sometimes the pathfinding just got a little messed up.
Yep.
So, all right, potentially the last match. Any predictions?
I think this is gonna be a clean sweep.
You think it's gonna be a clean sweep? You don't think
you need
reverse sweep?
That you need the what's the word I'm looking for? Like regrouping logic.
Yeah. For LV, you vote for your bot? I mean, we'll see. I'm not too sure.
For this last match, the map is totally different. No.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. That'd be a great surprise.
Since the last match, the lava just slowly gets wider and wider.
Oh my god. We do like a battle royale mode where it's a wall of lava just like slowly getting smaller and smaller.
Yes, perfect.
All right, waiting for one more bot to join, and we're off. Let's see who gets there first.
Wait, which team's which for this one?
So blue team is for LVE. Red team is. Bromo did get the flag first. I wonder if that hurts them.
Oh, no. Clean sweep in the first fight. It's just that micro attacking logic.
Yeah, and also I just heard for LVE's bots heal up as well with the potions. I did notice that Bro Moment picked up the flag first, and I wonder if that hurts them because you can't attack while you have the flag, so like it's like an extra action just like used up.
How quickly can you drop it?
Probably pretty quickly, but I think as soon as you try to attack, it tries to drop it. But already almost to 2 captures. Very quick start.
I wonder what the absolute quickest quickest you can capture 10 is.
Yeah. I think you do it. Well, we just saw there with fighting, you capture 2 in just 1 minute. So I imagine you can like have. I imagine it might be like. I bet you can get 10 captures within like 4 minutes or so.
It's partly RNG because like if you got the blocks, you could do that jump over the center.
Yeah. Oh, that's true too.
Which would speed it up a little bit.
Yeah. Just chilling, just waiting. I think that
one of the red bots is.
Yeah, I think they're having some trouble. Remember, we were looking at the logs before. It looks like they're doing some actions that were kind of conflicting or causing the bots to crash.
Yeah, that one match they only had 1 bot by the end.
Yep. Oh, yeah. It looks like 4LVE's bots tonight has fallen in lava. Luckily, it doesn't seem to be hurting them too much, but I think that's like the 5th or 6th time we've seen that happen.
Yeah, the bots just like to
be a little risky.
Well, if you think about it, it's hard to necessarily know if you're on the bridge. You can check if you're near lava, but it's hard to itself be like, oh, I'm on the bridge. Yeah. It just knows I'm on a block.
I mean, you could hard code in your code like, oh, I know these are the boundaries for where the lava is.
Yeah, you could do that.
Collecting some items. One interesting tactic too, which I haven't seen too much of yet, is like having a bot just collect all the items from the entire map, so you kind of like starve the enemy team from having a lot of items. Haven't seen too much of that, but that would be interesting.
It can be risky though, because if you get caught out.
4LV really stepping up pretty far into the enemy team territory. Try to get those
kills. I think it's just right when they see the enemy.
Yeah. Just fell right in.
Oh, that was good. But I think just right when they see an enemy, they just go for it.
Already up to 7 catchers. This might be a dominant sweep. Seven captures.
Going to check the item.
Got some potions.
What was that? Oh, that was potion.
Yeah, we should maybe in the future we'll have to log in the system logs what potion is they pick up, so we can kind of see that.
Yeah, that would make it a bit easier. This is going to be a clean sweep at this rate.
Yeah, it's looking even more dominant than the earlier matches.
They really pushed forward.
The red team. So the red team so far has, I think, gotten 3 kills, and that's I think they got 1 capture. What they picked up the flag once or twice and got 1 kill, I think.
Oh, that one has an like a stone or something sword.
Oh, yep, yeah. So stone
sounds
sword,
like a huge advantage.
Yeah, so you spawn with a wooden sword, but you'll find, I think, stone and iron swords on the map. I think also the item down here can sometimes be a blue sword or a diamond sword. I'm not sure. I have to double check that, but
that sounds strong.
All right, I only need 1 more capture. If 4LV can pull this off right here, I don't see a bro moment.
I think it's more the wind they pull it off.
Yeah. All right, we'll capture the winning moment. The Alpha Cup. 1.5 months in the making. Pull it off. Disconnects right now. Yep. And there he goes. Look at that.
There it is.
That face of success.
10-0.
10-0. Well, congrats for LVE for winning the finals.
That was a very good bot.
That was
I wish I could have seen. I wish I could have seen it versus the blocks on the bridge, just out of curiosity.
Yeah.
But I still think it would have won.
Yes, I think that strategy. Yeah.
To see how it would have been. That was a very good bot for this.
All right. So we have our winners in the fall and the runner up. Congrats to the players. Thanks for participating. I think I had one additional thing to wrap up with. Where was it? Yeah, just really appreciate everyone showing up. Once again, special thanks to our sponsor Steamship for making this tournament happen. And thanks to everyone in the back end making this happen as well. Thanks, Dylan, for hopping on and casting with me. It was a lot of fun. No problem. And yeah, so for the winners, feel free to or make sure to contact. You can contact me on Discord. You should be able to find my handle in the in our Discord channel. Make sure to go join our Discord if you haven't already. And then also, we'd love to get your feedback on how you thought today went. We have a survey. If you go to regression.gg/survey, if someone can put that into the chat as well. We'd love to get your feedback and help us improve for the next tournaments. And I also highly recommend joining our new newsletter, which will be starting hopefully this week or next week. Going to be giving more updates about like what we're working on, what we're up to, just fun, exciting news in the space of AI and gaming. And in terms of what's next, we'll be thinking a lot more about what our next tournament may be, what kind of game modes, what kind of game we might want to use. So any feedback would be very helpful, and we hope to have you here all again soon. And of course, these game modes are always open. We want people to keep playing. We'll keep making updates to the game modes. And so, yeah. And also, yeah, for all of you, yeah, that is my Discord username. So just DM me on there. But I think with that, I think that's pretty much it. We'll post this on YouTube as well. I'll put some of the highlights online. And I'll also be sending out some social media posts that have all the winners and whatnot on there as well. So yeah, and and also the Steamship prize. Like I said, make sure you contact me if you have use Steamship in your project. We'll send that over to the Steamship team, and then they'll be deciding on the winner for that for that prize as well, sometime today. So, thanks. All right.
Nice job.
Yep. Nice job for LVE. Pretty dominant bot. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for tuning in. All right, I think I finished recording.
Nice.